Who would win, Wolverine or the Mummy? We'll find out today as we explore not one, but two Dexterrrrific board games in this episode of Little Big Thumbs. Today I want to take you back in time to the year 2003. This is the year that Gulo Gulo was released upon the world by German publisher Zoch Verlag. Now, if you're not familiar with Zoch, let's just take a second. This is a publisher that focuses primarily on family and children's games, and the games of Zoch were on my gaming shelves long before even the nugget of a freckle of a thought of having my own kids even existed. In the big picture, there are not very many Zoch games that actually wind up in North America, but the ones that do often wind up selling really well and usually win a handful of awards along the way. We are talking about games like Ghost Blitz. We're talking about the Spiel des Jahres award-winning Niagara. We're talking about Banana Macho. Okay, maybe not so much Banana Macho. I might have been one of the only ones that waved the flag and sang the praises of Banana Macho, but I will continue to defend Banana Macho until the end of eternity. Banana Macho. All this to say, if you see the name Zoch on a game box, pay close attention, because you're probably looking at a really cool game. Alright, back to Gulo Gulo. This game is all about Wolverines trying to rescue Gulo Jr., who's gotten themselves stuck in a vulture's nest. However, Gulo's family is easily distracted by all those tasty vulture eggs in that nest, and their lingering for a little lunchtime snack gets them chased away by those parental peahawks many times before baby Wolfie is finally rescued. The game is driven by this miniature salad bowl filled with eggs of varying sizes and colors. In the middle of the bowl stands this sort of a honey dipper, and each turn players are going to be moving along a trail of tiles and attempting to steal eggs of matching colors. If the dipper ever falls out of the bowl, the vulture alarm is sounded, and that Wolverine gets chased backwards to the next tile matching the colored egg they were trying to steal. There are only 2 purple eggs in the salad bowl, and they represent the position of Gulo Jr. in that nest. The first player to get to the end of the trail, find the Gulo Jr. tile, and rescue that greedy goober will be the winner of the game. Now, let's fast forward more than a decade to the year 2015, and the Gulo Gulo property is now in the hands of another German-based publisher, and we are talking about, of course, HABA. The game is now set in and around a mummy's tomb and includes a full board featuring 2 sections, one outside the pyramid leading to its entrance and another inside the structure leading towards the tomb itself. The gameplay of Pharaoh's Gulo Gulo is very similar to the original, but that salad bowl in the game is now filled with marble-shaped boulders instead of eggs. This version includes a few extra elements which add a greater need for planning, but can easily be removed to make for a more simple experience that mostly resembles the original. The biggest addition to this version of the game is that once you're through that pyramid entrance, there is an actual mummy that's going to start lurching towards you as you make your way towards that mummy's tomb. Players need to collect scarab tokens along the way and have one available to appease or bribe this toilet-papered Tutankhamun when we eventually cross paths with them. Don't have any scarabs? Well, you're going to get spooked back to the pyramid door and need to begin that portion of the journey all over again. Rather than having a Gulo Jr. to save, the first player to reach the tomb and complete 2 consecutive boulder grabs will be the winner. Right at this moment, Gulo Gulo is quite possibly the perfect game for my family. Each game only lasts about 20 to 30 minutes, and that salad bowl dexterity element is the great equalizer at the gaming table, bridging the gap between the experience of kids and that of adults. Little Bean with her little gremlin fingers can scoop up nearly anything with practically 0 effort, while my big dumb digits set off the alarm seemingly every second turn. The game offers lots of opportunities for interesting decisions along the way, with that crazy chaotic element that's going to bridge the gap between all the various ages you're likely going to have at the table for this game. Whether it be Wolverines or the Mummy's Tomb, Gulo Gulo is getting the golden thumb from us here at Little Big Thumbs. Now let's scoot back to the beginning of our video and that question we asked. Wolverines or The Mummy? Which version of Gulo Gulo is the bigger hit in our home? Well, the answer to that question is going to depend on who you ask. My partner and children both prefer the brighter colors and the egg shapes of the original game, which are less likely to roll off of the table than their marble-shaped rivals. As for myself, I like having those options of adding extra elements to Pharaoh's Gulo Gulo, and let's face it, being chased by a mummy in a board game is just pretty darn fun. The other benefit to HABA's game is that you might still be able to find it on some game store shelves. It's no longer listed on HABA's website, which means there's a good chance it's not going to get another print run once these copies sell out. So all that to say, if this is a game that sounds like it's up your alley, you might want to prioritize tracking it down sooner than later. And if you're a bit of a board gaming treasure hunter, the good news is that there are several copies of the original Zoch edition of Gulo Gulo available to purchase on the Board Game Geek marketplace. The bad news, though, is that some of those prices are ranging upwards of 100 American dollars. Still, if that's something that seems like it might be of interest to you, we'll be sure to include a link to where you can find Gulo Gulo on BGG in the description of this video. Well, I think that just about does it for our Dexterrrrific look at these two versions of Gulo Gulo. And we would love to know if you have some favorite beloved dexterity games that you'd like us to know about, maybe you'd like us to cover in a future Dexterrrrific episode of LittleBigThumbs. Please let us know in the description of this video. We'd love to hear about them. And until next time, whether you've got little players or big players, make sure that you're playing games that make your thumbs go way up. Bye for now.